Very much, Alfred, the Honorable Chief of Staff of the Republic of Ghana, the Honorable Julius Debra, Honorable Ministers of State, the Honorable Deputy Majority Leader, the Honorable Chair of the Foreign Affairs Committee of Parliament and members of the committee, the representative of the Comptroller General. I see the Honorable Minister for Communications joining us, the Chief Director, Passport Director, directors and staff of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, our private partners. This is a PPP arrangement we cherish very much. So our private partners, BTS, ANI, Ghana Post, Trustkit, CEOs of various state institutions, the Honorable Deputy Chief of Staff, Transaction Advisor, consultants, the technical team, our friends from the media, Your Excellencies, esteemed guests, fellow citizens. Today, the 28th of April 2025, is the day we have all been waiting for. Today is the day Ghana embarks on the most far-reaching and progressive passport reforms ever experienced in our country's entire history. Today, we will be ending the frustration, we will be ending the unacceptable waiting period for passports, we will be ending the reign of Goro boys, and we will be ending the phenomenon of over 70,000 uncollected passports, which I inherited as minister. And you know why they are uncollected. The frustration gets so overwhelming, Ghanaians just give up because the system is too cumbersome. The red tapeism, the bureaucracy, and the total inertia just makes them give up. Today, we are ending all of that. Esteemed guests, today we reset and usher in a new era of modernization, of convenience, and of respect, deep respect for the Ghanaian passport applicant. Today's event, as has been indicated by the Director of Passports, is not a launch. Today, we are practically going to demonstrate that we are ready for the first ever mass rollout of the chip-embedded passports, and that we are also ready for the comprehensive, progressive reforms that we have outlined. And to demonstrate that we are ready, everybody here willing, including our friends in the media, the bloggers, all of you are entitled to the new chip-embedded passports. And once you indicate your readiness, we will deliver your chip-embedded passports to you today, right here at this event. We will appeal to all of you to make it a point once you are here. What's the point in attending the event, being seen on TV by your family, your lovely children and friends, and going back home without a chip-embedded passport? What's the evidence that you were really, really here and part of us? So we'll encourage all of you to just be a little bit patient, go through the online process, and in a few minutes, we want to show you that under the new reforms, you can get your passport in a day, under 24 hours. And we want to demonstrate that today. Our special guest of honor today will be the first to receive the chip-embedded passports. And we are very proud that we are going to hand over the chip-embedded passports to the Honorable Julius Debra. Let me also state for the record that ahead of today's event, we have ensured that the current president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has received his chip-embedded passport, and he says I should confirm to you that he is very, very impressed with the chip-embedded passport, and he has quickly discarded the old passport. He is so much in love with the new chip-embedded passport. I can also confirm that former President, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has also received his chip-embedded passport. And later today, we are making arrangements with former President, His Excellency John Agyekum Kufuor, to also take his features and hand over his chip-embedded passport to him, so that all our presidents will have received their chip-embedded passports by close of today. We want everybody to know, the president, former presidents, and indeed all of you, our esteemed guests, to know that we are really ready for this rollout. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, there has been much talk of chip-embedded passports since 2010, when ICAO asked countries to prepare to meet its new requirements consistent with ICAO regulations DOC 9303. But I must say that this is the first time Ghana is having a mass rollout, and it is being done together with our progressive reset reforms as a full package. So today we are not only launching or rolling out, pardon me, we are not only rolling out these chip-embedded passports, but we are doing it as a full package together with our reforms. So let's itemize these reforms. There are 6, and I'll ask you to come along with me. So the first reform, obviously, is to switch from the current biometric passports to chip-embedded passports. Number 2, we are commencing 24-hour operations here at the Passport Head Office from today, in line with President Mahama's vision of the 24-hour economy. And we are proud to say that we are probably the first institution to start fully to roll out President Mahama's 24-hour vision. Number 3, today we are starting with direct passport delivery at your convenience through courier service. And this is the first time Ghana is doing that. You no longer have to come back to the passport application center for your passport. And remember that we don't have passport application centers in every district, not even in every regional capital. So imagine how the frustration has been. For example, if you are in the Upper East region, you don't even have a regional passport application center. So you have to do a 4 or 5 hour journey to Tamale, the closest passport application center. And the transportation costs back and forth. Today, we are ending that. You can have your passport delivered to you conveniently. You don't have to risk your life and risk your resources on these up and down journeys. We are also glad to announce, as part of this direct passport delivery, that our lead partner in this delivery endeavor is Ghana Post, our own beloved Ghana Post. And yesterday we had a simulation meeting, and you should see the joy that the management of Ghana Post expressed. They said that this is really going to revive Ghana Post, and we share in that joy. And I'm not surprised that the Communications Minister, the Honorable Sam George, is here to witness this momentous occasion. There is a junior partner to Ghana Post, that is Truskit Company Limited, fully Ghanaian-owned company, and they will be working with Ghana Post. So this is a Ghanaian enterprise. We are not bringing in any foreign entity. Ghanaians can do it, and we are showing our belief in Ghana. Reform number 4. We are also activating immediately an e-tracking system to allow all passports applications to be tracked by the end user. As soon as you commence your passport application process, you can track all the way. And yesterday, the demonstration was done by our IT partners. Right from the beginning of the application process, if your forms are approved by the passport officials, the system will tell you that it's been approved. If there are outstanding documents, the system will tell you that you need to bring those as outstanding documents. And then after you have done that, if it's approved and is being processed, you will be told. You will be told how many days, how many hours are left. When the passport is printed, you will be informed. And when you are ready to receive the passports, you can track every minute, every second. When the courier agent calls you that I'm on the way, you can track with the agent until you receive the passport. And at the end, when you have received the passport, we also have a system where you can confirm biometrically that you have received. We are not encouraging any proxy deliveries. We want you to receive it. Only on rare emergency occasions, probably on medical grounds, are we going to be doing proxy deliveries. And we have a dashboard that the minister management will see that indeed the passports are being delivered and end users are confirming that they have received the passport. So proper e-tracking that allows all of us, everybody in the value chain, to appreciate what is going on. Reform number 5. We are pledging today that we will deliver your passport under 15 days. From today, the 28th of April 2025, it should not take more than 15 days for ordinary applications. And for expedited applications where you pay a little more, you are guaranteed delivery under 5 days. That is the pledge we are making to you. The Goro boys have triumphed because of the delays, because of the bureaucracy. That is how come they've existed all these years. Once we're able to do this in 15 days, under 5 days for expedited service, who wants to go and pay 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 cedis to some middleman or Goro boy to have their passports? So we can boldly declare that from today, the Goro boys have to go get some other jobs. And we are ready to recruit them. If you want to be dispatch rider to help us deliver or to work in our 24-hour operations, yeah, we are ready to give you a more, decent and a more dignifying and legal job. Very legal. And you can proudly identify yourself that you work with us at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, not hiding under the shadows as a Goro boy, a job you are not proud to declare. Reform number 6. We are also carrying out all of these reforms under new application fee regime. I can announce to you today that Cabinet has approved a reduction of the ordinary passport fees from 500 Ghana cedis to 350 Ghana cedis. It appears the Mahama government is a magical government. You are carrying out all of these far-reaching reforms, and yet the fees are going down. I'm sure with these reforms, we could have made a case for even quadrupling the rates. But we want passports to be affordable. We take a philosophical view that passports are not luxury documents. They should be affordable and accessible to all Ghanaians. And that is why Cabinet has approved this fee reduction. The only final hurdle, I get a lot of calls, oh, Honorable, we've heard about this 350 reduction, but it hasn't taken effect. When we go online, it's still 500 cedis. What is happening? Were you economical with the truth? You know that legally, when Cabinet has done this reduction, the Fees and Charges Act has to be amended by Parliament. Only Parliament can amend the fees and charges. So as it is now, what was approved by Parliament last year was the 400% increment, the 500 cedis. So when Parliament returns from recess, I have the full assurance of leadership of Parliament. That's why they are here. The chair of the Foreign Affairs Committee is here. So please hold them accountable if the fee reduction delays. We have done our part within government, at cabinet and at the ministry. So now the ball is in the court of Parliament. And I have every assurance that our leadership in Parliament, represented by the Honorable Ricketts Hagan and the chair of the Foreign Affairs Committee, they are all excited to ensure that the Fees and Charges Act is amended for these new fees to take effect. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this rollout is yet another generational passport. It marks a significant milestone in the history of Ghana's document security space. The dynamic nature and the constant evolution of crimes perpetrated with traveling, security, and identity require an even more advanced approach in the design, production, and acquisition of these valuable state documents. As Ghana rolls out its first chip-embedded polycarbonate biographical data page passport, equipped with the highest latent and patent security inputs, the sector players, end users, and regulators within the document security management setup are assured of robust security features that are almost impossible to forge. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the use of state-of-the-art multi-layer compressed polycarbonate with a minimum lifespan covering the validity period of the passport as a base substrate for the biographical data page guarantees the integrity of the booklet against the conventional document crimes of forgeries and unauthorized falsification of variable personal data. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is the first time sector players within the regulatory environment put in concerted effort in making extra provision for security inputs that are to be detected at front lines to the second and third lines in strict compliance with ICAO machine-readable travel documents framework. The incorporation of nanotechnology into the protective overlays on the bio page adds an extra layer of security, upgrading the overall security inputs in terms of features from 32 in the current passports to, as you heard from the immigration fraud expert, to over 150 overt and covert security features in this new chip-embedded passport. The integration of micro-radio frequency identification chip that encodes and stores variable data of the bearer from the visual inspection, photo, and machine-readable zones crowns the holistic package of an international standard travel document with first-class document security approved by the International Civil Aviation Organization. Ladies and gentlemen, I am particularly excited that these reforms will also create massive jobs and will make our beloved Ghana Post stronger and more vibrant. Now permit me to conclude with a list of vital information that you should know about the chip-embedded passports. So first of all, we want the Ghanaian public to know that from today, when we roll out the chip-embedded passports, the passport office will no longer issue the old biometric passports. The old biometric passports will no longer be issued from today. So once you apply from today, you are going to be issued with the new chip-embedded passports. Kindly take note that it does not mean that those who are using the current biometric passports, that passport has suddenly become obsolete. It has not. According to ICAO, you can use that passport until 2030. So you have some 5 years to use that passport. However, we have made room under the current reforms that if you want to join the modern team, you are free to switch to the chip embedded passport anytime. We have made room for you to switch between now and 2030 anytime you want to carry out that switch. When you apply for passport renewal, you will be issued with a new chip embedded passport. So those who are concerned, my passport is about to expire, what happens when I apply for renewal? When you do apply for renewal, you will receive the new chip embedded passport. Then let me also be clear, you will not be charged extra fees for delivery. We have worked out the payment of the delivery service as part of the fee structure. So when you pay the 350 soon, when Parliament approves the fees and charges, or those who ask for expedited service and you are paying probably 680 cedis, the delivery is embedded. You don't have to pay separately. So if you go online, you notice that there is no link that requires you to pay a separate amount for delivery. So please, if anybody calls you that we are bringing you a passport, send us Momo for delivery. Know that that person is a fraudster. Nobody is going to be charged for the delivery service, and we want you to take note of that. Media, kindly emphasize that point to avoid fraud and people taking advantage of the system. Then, as I also indicated, you will be able to track your passport application process from the online application process all the way to final delivery. It should also not take you more than 15 working days. 15 working days when you apply for your chip embedded passport, if all the required documentations are presented. Once no issue has been flagged, you have met all the documentation requirements, you will receive your passport in 15 days. Those who apply for expedited service, it means they have paid a little more, they will receive their chip embedded passports under 5 days. Then Ghanaians who may have challenges with their addresses can indicate when they apply online, and we've created that link. So if you are probably in rural Ghana or parts of Accra where you are not sure about your address, you are allowed to indicate that you want the passport to be delivered to you at the nearest Ghana Post Office. Ghana Post has more than 350 offices across the country. So if you have an issue with the address and you are not sure that your address can be helpful, just indicate that you want your passport delivered to you at the nearest Ghana Post Office, and you can go, just walk to the post office and pick it up. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have not left out Ghanaians living abroad. Ghanaians living abroad are equally entitled to all of these reforms, and they are going to benefit fully. We have already done simulation with our 71 diplomatic missions across the world, and where we don't have diplomatic missions, arrangements have been made where they will be covered. So Ghanaians living abroad, from today when you apply, you will also benefit from these reforms. And we are making sure that through very strategic arrangements, the passports are shipped over in good time. So all of these timelines we have set, it also affects Ghanaians living abroad. Now this is the portal to use for your applications, www.passport.mfa.gov.gh. So the passport application process begins online. You just log into www.passport.mfa.gov.gh and the process begins. You can do everything online, make your payment online, indicate where you want the passport to be delivered online, and you will receive it. This new passport contains a biographical data page composed of layers of polymer compressed into a solid substrate that must not be bent or kept in the pocket, especially your back pocket. Don't be sitting on these passports. And it's important that we really handle this value document with care. It must also be protected from heat and all forms of liquid. We appeal to you. And recently I was really alarmed and outraged when I saw on some channel people sending their passports for anointing oil for men of God to pray, so when they go for their visa interviews, automatically they'll get their visas. Please, we beg you, these new chip embedded passports, you and your men of God, please, they can anoint other parts of your body, but please leave out the passports, because it will compromise the security features, and it won't work. And let me commend Reverend Lawrence Tete. Reverend Lawrence Tete has spoken on behalf of all the men of God that they agree with us. So no more anointing oil on the passports. Thank you very much, Reverend Dr. Lawrence Tete. Then do not also store other cards with chip embedded in them inside the passport, as it may interfere with the encoded information, the RFID, inside the passport. Then do not attempt to split the biographical data page. This will permanently damage the passport. And please report any accidental damage to the issuing authority, and do not attempt to fix it yourself. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have also created a hotline, which I will be monitoring myself. All the calls will be recorded. I have instructed the passport director to make sure all calls are recorded for periodic review. If any of our officials speaks to you rudely or is not polite, just let us know. And when we conduct the review, we will know. And that will attract sanctions. We have to treat everybody with respect. So take note of the 24-hour service line. It's 0302 275 4200. So 0302 275 4200. Friends of the media, please help us publicize this number so that we can get regular feedback from the general public. Esteemed guests, excellencies, we are ready, and we are here to serve you with respect and integrity. Before I take my seat, let me quickly indicate that the passports come in 3 forms. As you can see, they come in 3 forms. So the red one is the diplomatic passport. As you know, that is a very rare privilege given to a few category of Ghanaians. And when you read the NLC Decree 155, you see the specialized category of Ghanaians. So today, I think those of us here, only a few, led by the Chief of Staff, the Honorable Chief of Staff, who received the Red Book. He more than qualifies for the Red Book. So that is the diplomatic passport. And as you know, we have streamlined the issuance of diplomatic passports, fully compliant with NLCD 155. There are no abuses. So if you are here thinking that because it's a special day, you may get a Red Book, please. If you are not qualified, you are not qualified. We are strictly complying. Then we have the green book, the dark green book. That is the service passport. That is the second layer. Service passports for normally public servants, chief directors, directors. No, pardon me. Pardon me, I mixed it up. The dark blue is the service passport. That's the service passport. Thank you, Chief Director. That is for the public servants, chief director, directors, heads of state institutions. There is an agreed protocol of those who qualify. So that is the second tier. And then we have the famous dark green book, which is for all of us. All of us. These are for the masses. And what matters, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, what matters is that the features are the same. The security features are the same. We are not saying that if you hold a diplomatic passport, you have some higher feature. No. It's all the same standard, same quality. And so it is as good as the few elite who will have the diplomatic passport. We want to emphasize that. And I'm happy to say that today we'll have the mass rollout and everybody here will get their copies. So I thank you very, very much for your attention, and I thank all those who have worked tirelessly to make this possible. And as you heard, this has been more than a 10-year journey, actually a 15-year journey. So I want to salute all my predecessors, all former ministers of foreign affairs, all those who have worked very, very assiduously to make this a reality today. We salute all of you. This is a joint effort, and we are happy to celebrate everybody's contribution. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
The traditional foods are no starch and carbohydrates. But true green food, yes, starch and carbohydrates, no, and your kids will be in a womb, and you're very healthy. A woman who buy free, you're able to say diabetes, kidney failure, cholesterol, hypertension, cancer, and then you're true green food, or more breakfast options to say cocoa, Tom Brown, oatmeal, and then you're
True green food.
Oh yes, our products now are 100% organic and natural. So we have your to me deliver my baby our
My chef and party planner. You know we can't get this retirement/birthday shinding wrong.
Everything is almost ready, but small problem.
Why, what's up?
We are way over budget, Kweku.
Everything is almost twice the estimate.
Alibaba, okay? No worries.
So with Tap Send, I have got a cake and decorations covered from here.
You handle the food.
If any extra expenses comes up, just text me or call me.
I'm off today, so I should be easily reachable.
Hey, Chairman, it is for
Say, no be easy, you. Chairman has time and money.
Allah,
Kweku tap, Kweku do, Kweku that.
our chairman can't follow.
Hey, Alande, Chairman send them.
Tap send. Papa no.
Hello, love.
Gary, do you have Mommy's parcel for her big day?
The shipping company says it will take 1 month.
A month? Gary, use Rapid.
Rapid?
Rapid courier ships from the United States to Ghana and 9 other African countries within 3 to 5 days. Log on to rapidgroup.com, buy, ship to us, and we deliver right to your doorstep.
That fast?
Yes, that's Rapid for him. Can you sign this?
I thought you only ordered Mommy's parcel.
No, I ordered a few car parts too.
Are you too busy to shop? We will shop for you. Rapid also has a luggage delivery service, so you can make that extra luggage and we will deliver at the lowest rate.
Rapid Courier. Just shop. We deliver. Enjoy.
Spices day and no Remy spices. Ordinary Remy. Dependable.
Remy spices, Remy.
Young papa, what the Remy spices you work here? And what you are fine. Remy spices, dear, so who you swap. And for spices for Frobiafra. Flavors no so dear, baby. Chicken, goat, jollof, stew. Spices be our Washington. Remy will be all. And for what you are and to chacha. Remy spices. And Mariani decade.
Alakados Properties is ready to relieve you from the stress of finding units and setting up viewings or sell your house. Connect with Alakados Properties. We are specialized in sales and rentals of properties, property management, and consulting.
Alakados Properties is a real estate agency we work with, and we are committed to giving their guests the best experience in accommodation. You can also rely on Alakados Properties to find your long or short-term accommodation whilst in Ghana.
African market, and I'm Papa. African market. Order for so bronze ha. Now open African market. Papa didra. Mo akoma to yem dia. Malata African market. Edem sronko. Smoked fish, meat, dry fish. Sa ope kenki, rice, yam, fufu fra ni nnuane ahodo afiri Africa. Afei, ye want to ma papa. Bo wire kente, adamma se kente. Ahwene ahodo. Ani nneoma bebre. Na wobenya wo Malata African market. Hwehwe ye chi akwan ene number e wo screen so. Malata African market. African market mu King Kong. Malata African market. And I'm Papa. African market, Malata African market.
At Diaspora Insurance, we understand the importance of dignified send-offs within Ghanaian culture and traditions. We also understand that you want to avoid the double trauma of your family grieving and not having the financial support to cover funeral expenses when you're not around. With our Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan, you can now cover yourself or your family in Ghana or abroad. With no medicals required, we'll accept you if you are under 75 years. Visit our website today or call us to complete a simple form in under 5 minutes. With Diaspora Insurance, your